there, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, and fellow enthusiasts of history. Today I am excited to take you on a journey back in time to the era of the Roaring '20s, where the United States witnessed the birth and death of Prohibition, organized crime, and the societal shifts that would inspire timeless literary works such as The Great Gatsby. Let us start by unraveling the tapestry of Prohibition, a well-intentioned yet ultimately flawed societal experiment that aimed to address pre-existing issues like domestic violence and child abandonment, which were believed to be exacerbated by alcohol. Wayne Wheeler, a driving force behind the Anti-Saloon League, spearheaded this movement, leading to the enactment of the 18th Amendment on January 17, 1920.
Initially, as time progressed, the National Prohibition Amendment was found favored amongst the American public. Concerns about the connections between saloons, crime, and political corruption fueled the support. However, as time progressed, the flaws of Prohibition became increasingly apparent, and public opinion shifted towards opposition.
Hey man, I fucked a lot here.
The consequences of Prohibition Amendment were profound, shaping the nation in ways both expected and unforeseen. It not only made brewing and distilling illegal, but also expanded the reach of state and federal governments. The era inspired new forms of sociability between men and women, challenging traditional norms and concurrency, suppressed elements of immigration and working class culture.
Now, let's turn our attention to the economic impact of Prohibition. Initially, the effects were largely negative. The closure of breweries, distilleries, and saloons resulted in the elimination of thousands of jobs. The ripple effect extended to related trades, causing the loss of thousands more jobs for barrel makers, truckers, waiters, and others. The economic landscape was changing, and not necessarily for the better. As the curtains rose on Prohibition, a shadowy figure emerged onto the stage, the world of organized crime. Its main instigator, Charles Lucky Lucendo, an Italian immigrant from Sicily, began his clandestine career at 23, working for the illegal gambling boss Armand Rothstein, an early investor in bootlegging.
Organized crime during the 1920s was primarily associated with Prohibition. This period marked by the illegal manufacture, sale, and transportation of alcoholic beverages provided fertile ground for criminal organizations to flourish. The demographics of organized crime reflected the ethnic background of various groups, the influence of urban centers, the corrupting impact of Prohibition, violent tactics employed, and the expansion into other illicit activities. The growth of organized crime during this era was fueled by the 18th Amendment, creating an environment ripe for illegal activities. The demand for alcohol, financial incentives of the black market, corruption within institutions, and violent competition among criminal organizations contributed to the rapid expansion. The economic ramifications of organized crime were multifaceted. While criminal enterprises generate substantial profits, the overall impact was detrimental to the economy. Corruption, violence, and the loss of government revenue had broader economic implications for both local and national economies.
Now, as we tie together the threads of Prohibition and organized crime, let's explore how these elements resonate with one of the literary masterpieces of the era, The Great Gatsby. Though not explicitly focusing on the criminal underworld, the novel subtly mirrors the excessiveness of the jazz era through Gatsby's parties. The illegal consumption of alcohol at these parties reflects the defiance of Prohibition laws, with organized crime playing a significant role in facilitating such activities.
In conclusion, the intertwining stories of Prohibition, organized crime, and the Great Gatsby reveal the complexities and contradictions of the Roaring Twenties. As we delve into this captivating chapter of American history, we find a narrative that transcends time, a tale of societal shifts, economic turbulence, and the pursuit of dreams against the backdrop of a nation grappling with its own contradictions. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the past.
Unraveling the tapestry of Prohibition. Is it tapestry? Tapestry?
Tapestry. The Prohibition Amendment was found favored amongst the American public. Okay. Initially, the National Prohibition Amendment was found favored amongst the American public. Laws of prohibition became increasingly apparent, and public opinion shifted towards, oh shoot, I read the wrong part.
That has to be put in the end. I need that to be the blooper. That has to be the blooper. I swear to God.